Let's begin. We are standing between two events, the last of the signs of the heavens and the parting of the heavens, as the powers of the heavens are being shaken, to which removes earthly things out of their places. The prophecies foretold of the great signs seem to be in the past, and the signs and prophecies appear to point to the approaching coming of Christ for the second time. It's as though the world awaits for the sound of the last trump as the closing scene in earth's drama. Then it shall be the kings of the earth, and the great men and the rich men, the chief captains and the mighty men, and every bondman and every freedman will hide themselves in caves and in the rocks, and will say to the rocks and mountains, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? When I consider the prophecies of the Christ, and of the great earthquakes in various places, the famines, the pestilences, and great signs from heaven, many of these things have already been relegated to the annals of history. Yet we may expect them to reappear yet again. The great earthquake of Libsyn on November 1st, 1855, the effects of which were felt over 4 million square miles and decimated that city. We are told of the terror of the people at that time was beyond description. Nobody wept, for it was beyond tears. People ran everywhere crying, Misericordial! The world is at an end. It was followed by the great dark day of May 19th, 1780, and that was followed by the falling of the stars from heaven, November 13th, 1833. You know, the people present during those times postured themselves for the coming of Christ. People today, they laugh and mock when these things are recounted in their hearing. Truly, we are in the final hours. The day after the falling stars on November 14th, 1833, in the Journal of Commerce appeared an article from Henry Dana Ward. He wrote saying, If I were to hunt for a similar event in nature, I could not find one so suitable to illustrate the appearance of the heavens as that which the prophecies foretell. He said the literal fulfillment and the exactness of the prophet has been vindicated, saying, The falling stars did not come as if from several trees shaken, but as from one. Those which appeared in the east fell toward the east. Those which appeared in the west fell toward the west. And those which appeared in the south fell toward the south. They fell not as ripe fruit falls, far from it, but they flew like they were cast like unripe fruit, which first refuses to leave the branch. But when under violent pressure, it does break its hold. It flies swiftly straight off, descending, and in the multitude, falling, some across the path of others, as they were thrown, with more or less force, but yet each one falls on its own side of the tree. Professor Olmsted of Yale College, who was an astronomer and a meteorologist, said the extent of the shower of 1833 was such as to cover no inconsiderable part of the Earth's surface from the middle of the Atlantic on the east side to the Pacific on the west, and from the northern coast of South America to undefined regions among the British possessions on the north. The exhibition was visible and everywhere present with the same appearance. You know, Amos verse 9 says, I will cause the sun to go down at noon. I will darken the earth on a clear day. This prophecy has also appeared in history, relegated to the annals of time. Isaiah wrote, saying, the stars of heaven and their constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Your own people have written secular accounts confirming the authenticity of this prophecy, saying the true causes of this remarkable phenomenon are not known. Webster's Unabridged Dictionary, 1833 edition, page 1604, in the article of The Dark Day. You'll probably have a hard time finding that edition today. Moreover, you will not find that article in any later editions. Let's hide the truth. Conceal the truth. Truth will be turned out of the public media. No more truth, says the Lord. Let it fall to the ground. I close with the following. For those with tears my Father hears, those whose hearts are clear. He tends to their cry, opens the sky, comes from above and brings his love. A time of redemption near, says the Lord.